Aquarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for January 2025. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in. How are all of you? Happy holidays. We're going to lay the foundational spread down with the Light Seers Tarot. Then I'm going to talk about some Queen of the Sun pre-shuffled oracle messages that were absolutely gorgeous. You've got a very powerful month ahead, Aquarius. In your insights, you're recovering from something, and there's a lot of beauty to behold. I'll get into all that in a moment, but let's get started. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Aquarius. I hope all of you are enjoying the weekend. Happy New Year. It's coming in hot and fast in a few days, so enjoy the final vestiges of 2024, my dears. All right. What's the current energy for Aquarius, Spirit? Current energy for Aquarius. What's happening for Aquarius? Ooh, Two of Cups. Crossed by the Five of Pentacles. No wonder. No wonder. There seems to be some sadness over a specific connection in your life. Not sure what connection, but you'll know who I'm talking about here. But whenever we see the Five of Pentacles, it is the card of grief, sadness, loss, hurt. And this is about someone that you love, or once loved, or still love, right? What is this about once loved, right? I think when we love forever. Just doesn't mean it, you're still with that person, engaging with that person. So let's keep going. But I'm sorry if any of you are really hurting over a relationship right now at this time of year especially. It would be very difficult. Now I see why some of these other cards are coming in, because Spirit's really trying to give you hope. Yeah, okay. Let's get the overall general energy. Oh, but we have the Ten of Cups. So maybe you're just going through some strife, okay? Because ultimately, happiness will prevail. Because this is a card of absolute bliss, joy, connectivity, communion, connection. We're going to clarify that. So maybe what's going on is just temporary. Or you could have one connection that's, not doing so well, but other connections are supporting you, kind of buffering, right? So you can, some sort of equalizing force going on here, Aquarius. Five of Swords, opportunity. There's some sort of confusion. In this deck, he's rubbing his head. He's got the crow in his ear, indicating that you got all kinds of thoughts about this. You could be overthinking the situation. Spirit wants you to ride the current of emotional equilibrium. I'm getting that, despite the circumstances you may find yourself in at this time. Challenge, Three of Wands. You could have either an emotional distance or a physical distance with someone. And it could be a separation for some of you. And it's causing some confusion. All right, now let's get into the immediate future. Page of Cups, okay. This could be the card of indicating an apology or a softening. All right, let's just dip our toe in the water. It's going to be okay. All right, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, energy slowing down. These things take great care. We need to be practical about this. There is a mutual give and take here, emotional reciprocity, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so y'all, if you're coming out of a breakup, I see things shifting in a new direction with somebody new. If you're dealing with a separation, I see things healing, mending, all right? Because we're going to get into the pre-shuffled oracle messages now. The first card we have is a powerful one. This is the card of Apollo, the card of insight. Now, a lot of us know Apollo. He's the son of Zeus. He was also the god of healing and music. It was said that, he could inspire others through sound to heal and melt their hearts. So you may even have had a connection with this person or with people in general in romantic love with music, because just the way you express yourself, Aquarius. Apollo was also said to work through the Oracle of Delphi in Greece. So there is a strong energy of divination that you can lean into right now. Maybe seek the counsel of, a reader. This is about paying attention to the truth of a situation, the facts, right? Being more rational, all right? So that's all indicated in this card. It's also a signal for you to pay greater attention to your health. Look at how vital he looks in his power. So it's important to ask questions at this time during this month. Do not guess, right? His mantra is, I heal and can heal. I seek the truth. So that's a big part of your energy frequency this month, is focusing on your healing, the facts, the truth, being more rational about a situation, and maybe even using sound healing. For some of you, maybe push towards that to help shift the vibration. Because the next card is indicating that you're in some sort of recovery, right? Amaterasu is the sun goddess of the Shinto faith. Her name literally means to shine in heaven. And as you can see, she's feeling her emotions. She's in the depths of the sea. And this is indicating that we can recover from all kinds of trauma, right? And that without building true self-esteem from the inside out, and without a true love of who we are, we may seem to always be limited by what we experience and what we can do. So you're being asked to gain greater insight through being more practical and rational this month, really looking at the facts, but also stabilizing your emotions and giving yourself, basically choosing yourself. It matters this month, right? And it's going to be very critical for your healing, for your recovery, right? Let me put these here. And then, what is it? The sun will come out tomorrow, or was it the Rainbow Connection? I'm hearing, is it the Muppets? Now I'm in childhood, and I've got John Denver and Kermit on my knees. And it really is that kind of vibe. Like, let's just try to make peace, not war. This is the card of reflection, the rainbow. It's about stopping and smiling and dreaming, all right? And opening up to what's possible for you after what looks like some sort of strife or loss, right? Rainbows really reflect the prism of white light and all its spectacular color and vibrancy. So this is the card for me of hope, of greater consciousness. Something is almost kind of moving through you this month. This is also the call to find awe and beauty by going outside and allowing nature to distress you. It's about seeing beauty and having that beauty reflected back to you in the midst of great change. Okay? All right, let's clarify these because it looks like it's an emotional time for you, Aquarius. But ultimately, I feel like, sometimes things have to break down for us to seek the greater truth and for us to reach into a more authentic way of relating. It looks like you're looking at something that is requiring a great bit of emotional intelligence because we have a lot of cups flowing here. Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, running straight through. It's like a stream, right? Just don't get caught in being the rock in the stream, all right? If you can think of an analogy, just try to be on the surface and ride the tide. Ride the tide, all right? Interesting. They're even pointing out, I don't think I ever noticed that. Is that air? I thought, you know what? That's interesting. No, he's on a mountaintop. Interesting. They're pointing that out in the light. So it could feel like there's some sort of light that might shine upon an icy situation and the waters will melt. Interesting how they're showing me that. Look at that. It's like his ego self is, you could have like a melting of the ego stance in another or between you and another. If there's been like triggering events with somebody. This reading may not be for everyone because it looks like you're hitting a critical mass point in a connection. So the energy can shift, or a critical mass point in your trauma and your healing journey after going through an ending. Okay, let's look at the Ten of Cups. Strength, the Fool, and the Knight of Swords. I love it. Well, you're like, I can't, what I said this to a different sign earlier this week was, don't linger too long in the halls of despair. I feel like you've got bigger and better things coming in, Aquarius. You've got some sort of glow up going on. Like I said, taming of the ego, powering up in your ability to resolve things inside of you. Sometimes it's not even the circumstances outside of us. It's how we feel about them. And there's going to be a shift this month for you to be like, okay, it's that scene when you see the person who's going through a breakup and like their house is a mess and they've been eating, takeout and they're in their robe. And then, the next scene, they're like taking the shower and their house is clean and they're over the hump. Some of you may be over the hump of a breakup where you're like, okay, I'm ready for a new beginning. And I'm going to charge forward. This also could indicate someone coming toward you, wanting a new beginning and having like their greatest hopes, right? Wanting to be fulfilled with the Ten of Cups. Knight of Swords, this can be sometimes an external heroic type of energy, someone who may have a strong like romanticism, who wants to perhaps sweep you off your feet. For those of you who are opening up to the possibility of new, I see something very strong coming in, at least somebody who's like, they know how to court you or they know how to be courted. And there's some high standards here going on emotionally. I want to get into this opportunity to come out of the Five of Swords. Can sometimes indicate internal conflict, looking at the ego and a review. You're definitely reflecting here, gaining greater insight this month of January. Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Hermit. Yeah. You've been doing a lot of work and inner reflection about what next, what's going to inspire you, how to kind of regain, like get your mojo back for many of you, how to get your mojo back after some sort of ending. You are also looking at a potential new possibility in your career and you're going inward about what it's almost like, you want to align with your desires and your free will, and that's a big theme for 2025. I want to live authentically in my work life and my personal life. And I don't want to, sit in any kind of mental confusion or I call it mental, I was talking to a friend the other day, mental pretzeling. It's like that, you can only go down in that for so long before it just cripples you and it doesn't help you move through it. Basically try your best not to overthink. You're in a new beginning here. You've gained a lot of spiritual wisdom on your path in 2024. I feel like you're ready to start over in 2025, Aquarius. Three of Wands is like, I'm going to be patient with what's next. I'm going to be gentle with myself. A lot of self-love, self-care. That wanted to pop out. I'm not going to take it though. It didn't fall out. But that was the Six of Swords. Moving on. Turning your back on a situation. Okay, those three. For sure. Yeah, the World. You're at no wonder. Your challenge is you're wrapping up a cycle. So you can ground. It got really hard in a connection. Some of you are still in a connection and you really want like a new relationship vibe here. This is also coming into state for most of you, I would say. Some of you are still dealing with something. And if you are married, we'll say, well, let's appeal to people who are married here, because if you're married, you're going to go through trials and tribulations and you're weathering a major storm in your connection and you're trying to fight your way through it, trying to surrender the ego, trying to negotiate, just really find the silver lining and grow and nurture the connection despite some fighting and some struggles. For those of you who are not in a connection and you've been grieving the loss of one, you are coming into alignment. As a result of that, you've stabilized more in yourself. Queen and King of Pentacles is a beautiful foundational energy. And the challenge for you is to wrap up this cycle, despite how hard it is. In either case, whether you're single and love it, and you're learning how to lean into your own energy frequency, or you're in a connection and you're trying to stabilize it, it's time to wrap up this cycle, learn the lessons, and you really are looking at what's next. I like that. Reward recognition. There's a lot of completion here at the end of 2024 for all Aquarians. What's this Page of Cups? There's a softening going on. And there could be romance here. Romance in the air for a lot of you Aquarians after going through a difficult time. Some of you, the last 6 months have been very difficult. I'm hearing trying to get over someone. Let's see. Page of Cups. Yep. You got another Page of Cups. Wow. Love offer. Alert. King of Wands. Some of you, oh my God, Knight of Cups. All right. Well, if y'all ever wanted a love reading, Aquarius, this is it. A lot of you singles. This feels like a singles reading primarily. You got a fire sign coming in pretty quickly. in the beginning of the year. If you haven't met this person, they're coming in and they mean business. And like I said, someone who wants to sweep you off your feet. I mean, we have 2 Page of Cups and Knight of Cups with the King of Wands in the immediate future. And then we have another Knight of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. I think you want to go slowly this time. This person's got a fire under their ass. they're gonna want to like lock it down. But you get to determine the pace of that. You could still be in recovery from trauma from a previous connection. So make sure, there's a lot of work you're doing in your opportunity to clear out the energy and going inward and cleansing and purifying after what looks like a loss of some sort. This is so clear cut. I'm very proud of you all because you're showing me clean energy. This is where I've been. This is what I've been doing. And this is what I hope for next. And it's all in alignment here. Aquarius. But if you are hoping for someone who is very emotional and heart-centered and can express themselves and is passionate about life and is looking for romance, it's like this is like a Romeo energy. And it really like a strong dating frequency. Like if you're looking to date and start making new memories with somebody new, I see that. So you could potentially have a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries approaching you here in the new year. Strong indication of a new love interest here. And if you were married, there's a deep, deep feeling of apology and a wanting to put the romance first, basically regain the spark and learn the lessons and stay together and work through it and try your best, fight like hell not to leave this. All right. That could also include some of you who are in situationships. Will this ground in some sort of stable connection? And what I'm seeing is you got to hold the higher vision. This is what you don't see coming. We're clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. We have the 2 of Wands. So let's lay the past to rest. In either case, for all you Aquarians watching this, whatever you've had to endure in a connection in 2024, it's time to lay it to rest. All right? Close the cycle out. Learn what needed to be learned from it karmically. Whatever unfinished business, it's time to wrap it up. And then you have the Star and the Sun. Yeah, a lot of you, something didn't work out. And it hurt. It was difficult. You've been working through it. You've had your time in the robe with the messy house. We've all been there. So just know that you take your time letting somebody new in, because it looks like this is aligned with your healing work and your star energy and your happiness and your joy. So I think you're going to get real excited in the new year. This may be someone who comes in, I'm hearing 3 months from now, 6 months from now. I don't think it's immediate because you still have work to do to close the cycle out. And I think the more successfully you make peace with the past, in either case, whether you're in a connection or not, there's a lot of good times ahead, a lot of healing. Hold the vision and focus on what's next and the new. Don't linger too much in holding on to the grievances from the past, whatever strife you've had, whatever internal conflict you've had, whatever overthinking you've maintained. Try to drop that. When we overthink things, it's like it's because our egos are afraid, right, of getting hurt, and we try to analyze every possible scenario so we're prepared. But all it does is it diffuses and depletes your energy that you need to basically, for you, right? For you to be able to have the self-trust and the self-care and the self-love. If you dilute your energy by an overactive mental state, it just depletes you so much. So Spirit wants you to focus on your health, gaining greater insight over the whys and how to move on, because there's just something so much better waiting for you. It's like sometimes life, when we let go of control, things work out better than we ever could have possibly imagined. We can't nearly predict the possibilities. We can hope for them and aim for them. And I see you aiming for that, aiming for what's next and what's better for you. Let's get some advice. All right. This was such a clear reading. I'll tell you what. I love it, Aquarius. It's clean energy as far as what you're showing me. which means you're aligned with the ending of this cycle 100%. I love it. I don't feel this energy often. That's why I'm enjoying it, because it's like you're accepting the truth of a situation and you're letting it go honestly, like for reals. For reals. All right. My daughter would say that, for reals. I've got a teenager. All right. What's the advice, Spirit, for Aquarius? What's the advice? Ooh, Knight of Wands in reverse. Some of you are like, not yet. Not yet. I just can't possibly hold space for anything new. And this is like feeling like I don't have the energy. So some of you are really needing time to, we'll call it, juice up again, restore your energy. Go through that period of renewal. Give yourself that space and time. Do the sound healing. Maybe even sound baths I'm getting for some of you. It will be very helpful. Knight of Wands in reverse. Seven of Pentacles sideways. So you are reassessing and reevaluating. Don't skip the steps when it comes to slowing your energy down. Right? Knight of Wands in reverse indicates let's not rush through this process. And let's reassess and reevaluate where we're putting our time, energy, and attention. Okay, that's what they want you to do. Slow the energy down and nurture self during January, okay? Yeah, because a lot of you are still working through the pain. I'll tell you. I went through one of the hardest breakups off and on of my life many years back. And it took me years to fully recover from it completely. And yeah, I pretended I was fine on the outside. I was not fine on the inside. Be honest with that. I mean, I wish I'd been a little bit more vulnerable and honest with people about how much I was hurting. I kind of had, suffered in silence. This is the time where we need to reach out to the people, our web of connectivity, our network. Or if you don't have that, build it, whether it's through allied health professionals, healers, diviners, right? Oracles, people that you lean on to help you make sense of your path, your trauma, your karma. There's many people in the world that are so gifted at it. So whatever you need to do to invest and double down in you and to heal the pain and the hurt, the heartbreak, you're doing it. You're taking your time through it. You may feel like it's never ending. That's why I'm telling you, I understand you. I see you. I feel you. I know what it's like. It's a process, and you've got to be gentle with yourself, okay, with this. You want me to see the bottom? Yeah. Bigger and better are coming. Stay hopeful. Stay positive, okay, Aquarius? Three of Wands. I know you're back and forth. I know you feel like you're in your monkey mind a lot, okay? But you're going to gain control over this, Emperor. It's about taking back your power and being aligned with people who work with you, Three of Pentacles, that are on the same page as you. And get that fire energy back. You got the Queen of Wands hiding here. You're going to get your mojo back. You're attracting a King of Wands for a lot of you, right? Someone's going to meet your fiery energy. Just try to get out of your head. That's the air element, right? I'm an air sign, I know. But you've got something that is going to really give to you in the future. So hang on to hope, okay? It's a process, what you're going through. All right, let's now get into the Sacred Forest Oracle to close this out. And I'm going to try, we'll see. I feel like I'm getting backed up. I'm trying to get through the month of January. I'm trying to get through the annuals. And I also am doing weeklies, y'all, on top of like motherhood and everything. So I may just be a little delayed getting it all out, but I'm going to try. I'm aiming high. So there'll be more readings for you. I'm getting close to doing your annual reading, which we'll probably be talking a lot about this King of Wands and your Queen of Wands energy, because it looks like this might be a really important relationship coming in. Let's see, for the new year for a lot of you. Let's see, something passionate. Passion. There's a lot of passion here. We got wands everywhere. Just don't go so quickly into the physical aspect of anything, because you're not ready for that. I'm seeing that. Whether you're going through a separation and reconciling, or you're single and calling in somebody new, you need to just hold off on that part. That's what they're saying. Knight of Wands in reverse. Just don't do it. You need to save that energy, those lower chakra energies for you, right? That's what I'm getting here. Just a side note. You might regret it, okay? All right. Unicorn, purity. Then we have refuge, enchanted fern grotto. And then we have bluebird spirit, happiness. Those are all very, very prevalent for January. You're purifying, you're cleansing, you're seeking refuge, and you are ultimately leading towards happiness. They want me to read there's a little blurb for each one. So we're going to read each one because I think they're prevalent with your process, what you're going through right now. We have 45, purity, which is the card of the unicorn. The spirit of the unicorn says, no matter what happened in your life, step into your innate innocence. You have a pure soul. You are a child of the Creator. Let go of the past and see the world with new eyes. And almost miraculously, wonders will abound. And isn't that so? You do. You've got the Two of Wands with the star and the sun. You know you all. You know, I'm getting goosebumps. You know. I feel you. You feel me. I understand. And then we have the card of refuge. Refuge, number 16. And you can do the numerology if you want. I'm not going to break it down, but you guys can. Okay. Enchanted Fern Grotto. The spirit of the Enchanted Fern Grotto says, retreat and replenish your inner resources. Now is not the time to act, but to incubate your ideas for the future. Be still. The answers are within you. Magic is all around you. Again, there's a lot of magic around you, Aquarius. And then Bluebird Spirit, happiness, number 7. We have the spirit of the bluebird says, all is well. Say yes to life and let your doubts dissolve. Don't wait until the future. Live fully now. You do not need to struggle or suffer to grow. You can grow leaps and bounds amid joy. All right. Wrapping up the cycle. Aquarius, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.